very core. It will not be easy.
This is for those of you who are going through the fire. Those of you who are wondering, how can I keep going like this? Some of you have been through so much that you should have lost your mind. It's all right to fail as long as you fail forward. It's all right, but you have heart. Because there's something.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
Spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Trees don't hang around with the grass, even though they all started from the same place.
If you're free with everybody, you're enemy to yourself. There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions.
I didn't fail, I fell. It was almost like that. If you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.
The fact that it is painful is the reason that it's working.
Never say never. Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. Thank you very much.
But what you do frequently becomes your frequency. So if you want to know your life, look at your habits. That's what you do frequently, right? And they add up to a rhythm. That rhythm becomes a pattern. That pattern becomes your character. That character becomes your life. You're not going to be able to break out of it until you change something about who you are.
I love mentality. I'm beating my competitors silently. They don't even know it. They're out partying. I'm out here getting ahead.
Whenever I get to a low point where I think, why do I even bother? I just remind myself, this is what most people stop, and this is why they don't win. Hard feels shitty. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people can't do it, but you can.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's what I'm doing.
You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, in uncomfortable scenarios, okay? If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. Let me say it again. If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. As a man, you have to understand that we as men, we do better in environments where we are uncomfortable, okay? You put pressure on a rock, it turns into a diamond. You being in uncomfortable situations will bring the best out of you.
Don't make excuses. And some of the best athletes, the greatest athletes in the world, do things when they're uncomfortable. It's the best people who can overcome when they're tired, sore.
So how much does it actually take to start trading? 1,000?
Nope. When I started a month ago, I had $20. That's it.
Really? But I'm 56 and I've never traded before.
Same here. I had zero clue what I was doing. Now, I feel like I've been trading for years. Finello was built for beginners over 50, and it shows you how to start step by step. 15 minutes, that's all it takes.
And the results?
Week 1, you learn the basics. By week 2, you've got your own strategy. And by the end of November, you won't believe the result. So yeah, don't wait till you're ready. You'd be shocked how little it takes to start.
And the first step?
Click the link, take the quiz, and start tomorrow.
How to kill all mosquitoes in the area in just minutes. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight to eliminate all mosquitoes around you is taking the U.S. by storm. A genius student from Texas is disrupting the billion-dollar pest control industry in the U.S. with a device that eliminates mosquitoes from any environment in record time. Daniel, a 24-year-old molecular biology and bioengineering student, came down with an unusual allergy. For most people, mosquito bites cause itchy red bumps on the skin. But for Daniel, they result in extreme painful swelling that lasts for days. Not go outside at night in summer.
I'm not
That was
mad.
very painful
I'm
for
just
Daniel
trying
to
my
hear
best.
this as he was waiting for summer all year long. That's when Daniel decided to take
Don't
matters
comment
into his
like
own
it.
hands. Blessed with a gift for engineering and
stupid
a
guy,
desire
okay?
to live without the constant fear of getting bitten,
Find
he
this
was
out.
able to reverse engineer common mosquito-killing devices and discovered something they were all missing. Most use the typical approach of killing mosquitoes by emitting a broad spectrum of light and hope it attracts them. But Daniel pinpointed the exact frequency of UV light that attracts mosquitoes like a magnet and built a device that kills them in their tracks. He brought the gadget to school, and the results were incredible. The device killed 97% of nearby mosquitoes in 4 minutes, proving 7 times more effective than any other device they tested it against. He was told by his professor and fellow students,
What is the deepest fear you have?
I keep saying that. What's the deepest fear? What that mean? My deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. My deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others. Sir, I just want to say thank you. You saved my life.
You're always afraid to take the first step, because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road. You can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing. What are you passionate about? What do you do?
Just get started. The longest time in the world is the hesitation between thought and action.
Some of you just don't understand. Some of you been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work.
That's you. That's you.
So I sat there on that couch for time and I did a piece of shit. And even though the Lord helped me to get here, my false reality helped me even more. And it looked like someone came around and said, hey man, you can do this. This is all me. I had to stop thinking normal. I had to stop thinking normal. I can no longer be a common man walking around doing common things.
If you even have this much savage in you, everything out there is for the taking. You are willing to go out there, grind, and work hard. You know, you got these people that don't want to go to work, they want to stay home. And these people that don't want to, stay home, man, and do your thing. Good luck to you. I wish you all the luck in the world. There's going to be a small group of hungry savages out there that are going to run every one of you over.
The worst prison in the world is having the talent and intelligence to achieve something great, but lacking the courage to go out and do it.
It doesn't matter what happens. It's today. What we do today. What we're going to engage now. And once we engage, we commit. There's no half commitment, there's no quarter commitment, there's no quarter. It's full commitment. Once we engage, it's every day we engage.
Set point to train. Set point to go sleep. Get up, don't cancel. Man, don't do it. That's what I was talking about what I read. That's what I knew in my head. I'm saying, hey, this way. I didn't get that. Train it this way. I didn't train it that way. Don't do this like that. Don't do that. Yeah. Train it. And these are all just things that my mental strength. Yeah.
Doctors, nurses and engineers who have ever dreamed of living in Australia now have an opportunity if they have the qualifications and experience. Australia is well known for beautiful beaches, safety and high standards of free public healthcare and education, making it one of the most desired places to live and create a new life. In order to be eligible, professionals are taking the eligibility assessment on the immigration website, aiming to score a minimum of 65 points.
Exactly. Instead of wins, when it just culminates into, oh, there's no hungry here.
I know what darkness looks like. I know what it feels like to be alone, with no motivation, no drive, no passion. For the first 20-some years of my life, it was just darkness. But if you were able to get up every morning, have no passion, no drive, no motivation, and still get up with that kind of fire, you will be successful in life. I guarantee you that.
Here's the secret to my success. I stood up and did it again. I stood up and I did it again. And I did it again and I did it again all those many years ago. I did it when I was scared, and I did it when I didn't want to, and I did it when I was ill.
Say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
The scars we have make us who we are. We're meant to go back and fix them. And there's nothing broken with you that needs to be fixed. Take it from all of that. I've made a lot of mistakes. Doing liquor fast. In your life.
All this you compete. You're competing against other people. You're going to become better. Eventually, you'll become better. You compete against yourself, you'll become better. You know what I mean?
When it feels scary to jump, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life.
Do it! No matter the squash! And with the time you get the chance to really test it to your serious and show what you're made of.
While they're partying, you're working. While they're sleeping, you're working. While they're at the cinema eating junk food, you're at home healthy, eating organic food, developing your mindset. Why? Not because you're a freak, but because you realize that in order to get to the next level, you must be willing to sacrifice the necessities and the requirements to get to the next level.
You know what? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what? That's why it's so easy to be great nowadays. Because most motherfuckers are weak. If you play it safe, you're gonna exist. You only get to live when you take this. Ain't no living in safety.
Practice any art, music, singing, dancing, acting, drawing, painting, sculpture, poetry, fiction, essays, reportage. No matter how well or badly, not to get money and fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside you, to make your soul grow.
If you're serious about change, just know you're gonna go through some uncomfortable situations. Stop trying to dodge the process, because in the long run, it's gonna make you better. And don't forget that shit, you heard?
You're not ready. Like everyone else, you want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose, to accept defeat, to learn to die is to be liberated from it. So when tomorrow comes, you must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying.
And you guys see someone, see opportunity, I'm gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? We only, we're all gonna die. That's true. So live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. Go for it. Can read the code.
Instead of spending time getting in the mood to work, just start working. People think they need perfect conditions to start, when in reality, starting is the perfect condition.
Being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before, you're not a winner until you win again. And again, and again. Nothing is enough. No one understands. And you never want it to stop.
If you really want to avoid all the critics in your life, then do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing, and then you get their attention. But if you are something, and you're doing something, you become something, guess what? You get their attention. And that pisses them off, because they can never be what you are now. So the only thing they can do to make them feel good is try to bring you down.
You know, it's gonna be a lot of people out there that don't like what you're doing. They're gonna call you weird, they ain't gonna understand it, they're gonna hate on you. But as long as you like what you're doing, that's all that matters. Keep doing you.
I hear everything that the crowd is saying. I'm destroying everybody I step over.
Mamba, as he's known as, the killer Black Snake, has the killer look in his eyes right now.
Take his heart. Hold in, take his heart. No pain, no pain, no pain.
I think the easiest thing in life is to give up on whatever you're focused on and whatever you're hopeful for. The hardest thing is to keep going, but we have to continue to hold on. And I would imagine for so many people out there that is probably the most difficult thing.
Believe in yourself.
This is a series where I, Pekka, test the high-strength stainless steel hole sections with Jamie Hyde. If you are interested, you can continue watching.
Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
Learning is the beginning of life change. Some people want to start with motivation. They don't start with motivation. But here's the best motivation we've got going. The proof of our success. When we bring our success story to this platform, that's enough motivation. When we bring our dedication and let it show.
It's all about mindset. You have to change the dialogue within your head.
I can't do this. Yes, you can.
When your mind knows it's not going to quit, your body will adapt to whatever is in front of it. So I hit you with this. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
They say the greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat. When they hit rock bottom, hit the bottom of the barrel, they got nothing left. Everyone's given up on them. They lost all their worldly possessions. But everything coming back. It's at that point, guys, when everything's lost, that everything can be gained.
Focus and fail fast. Focus and fail fast. Learn quickly. Try something new. Because the faster you fail and learn, the faster you succeed. You actually learn to succeed by failing. If you want to increase your rate of success, you must double your rate of failure. Because success lies on the far side of failure.
I've been told I wasn't good enough since recruiting. I remember all the recruiters' names that told me no. I remember all the Elite 11 guys that got chosen over me. Then you can accept the fact that people are saying those guys are better than you, or you can just keep working. That's what I did. I knew I would be at this point. That's exactly what happened. So I remember all that stuff. I keep a mental log of it.
Why?
I think that's just who I am.
I can see it even on your face right now. Those sweats.
Now, I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living.
It wouldn't kill you to try. Spending a long time getting the life you would actually want is about 1,000,000 times better than getting a quick turnaround time on a life that you'll forever be disappointed with. Playing it safe seems just fine until you get to the last moments of your life and realize all the potential that you threw away can never get back. And I will never know from experience what that feels like, but the thought of that realization is haunting.
How old are you now? I'm 57. If you were to go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, when you were starting from zero, what's the best advice you would give to your younger self?
The bird lands on the branch. Does the bird trust the branch or does it trust its wings? And the clue, I've seen many birds land on branches, but what I've never seen is a branch break and a bird fall and die. Trust your wings.
Wow. I think when it comes to desiring a life, looking at, okay, what is it that I want? You need to be very, very careful about what the process is in order to get the outcome that you want. Because if you want the outcome, but you're not prepared to live the life needed to get it, you're just asking for disappointment.
Well said. I went from very average thinking person, just average 19-year-old, to getting out of reading. So I literally got on all these TED Talks and on YouTube, and I just started YouTubing videos about self-belief. What does it mean to be confident? What does it mean to be a winner? How do you become a winner? I would watch hours and hours of Tony Robbins and Les Brown TED Talks. I taught myself how to believe in myself, how to make things creatively. Just this kid that was a dropout, never really had great grades, never really was the starter, was the captain of the team, was always kind of a damaged person. Overnight, I taught myself that I could change myself.
If you make yourself more than just a man, you become something else entirely. Which is legend.
If there's potential inside you, which you know is there, but you're too scared to tell anyone else about it, and you go on and on, get over and over and over and over, and the windows start to close, and you knew it could have been given birth to, but you never did it. And I promise you, it will haunt you. It's a living nightmare, dude. That fact that you have the ability to do something, and you're too weak to turn the key and start the engine on it, is a greater disappointment and a greater burden to carry than any of this physical sweat equity or pain in the gym or sacrifice. All of that is just nothing compared to a life where you're burdened by regret, guys. What is your advice to all the thinkers?
a quote that has helped me immeasurably over the last few years. It's something that hit me and it knocked me for six. And it's so simple. It's from a book called The Horse, the Boy, the Fox and the Mole. It's basically an illustration book, and it's these sort of like loosely drawn pictures of the book. And one of my favourite quotes out of the whole book is a boy and a horse are in the woods. And the boy says to the horse, I can't see the way through. And the horse says, can you see your next step? And the boy says, yeah. And the horse says, then just take that.
Wow.
And it hit me.
Yeah.
All of the time we look at the goal, we look at the future, we look at the end game, we look at how long a journey it is, and we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Instead of that, just go right. I'm not going to worry about that because that will come. With each step, you will get closer to that. So I don't need to worry about how far away it is. All I need to focus on right now is my next good step.
And now what's happened? And I mean, there's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. And that's what's happened.
It's not easy.
For anyone experiencing blurry vision and concerns about deteriorating sight, do not have another oatmeal before you see this. Thousands of people are improving their sight every day, all by doing this 7-second morning ritual. If you wear glasses or contacts and suffer from blurred vision, glaucoma, retinal detachment, cataracts, diabetic retinopathy, macular degeneration, or any other type of vision impairment, then pay close attention. The eyes are simply a camera for the part of the brain responsible for your sight. Here's the truth. No matter what type of glasses you wear or what eye treatments you try, you're only treating the symptoms, not the root cause. So listen up. Eventually, it will become harder and harder to see clearly, making you feel detached and less engaged in life. This is when your loved ones start to worry if you're able to manage on your own. And the next thing you know, you're relying heavily on others. But here's some good news for you. Top researchers from the University of Cambridge have made a startling discovery while studying a lesser-known area of the brain. These researchers were stunned to find that all vision impairments stem from one single root cause. More importantly, they've unveiled a simple 7-second vision ritual you can begin to apply tonight. Even 70-year-old patients who were entirely dependent on their glasses for over 7 years are now seeing better than ever. I encourage you to stop what you're doing and click the Watch Now button below right now to watch a free informative video that will show you how to naturally improve your vision. Remember, no need for a doctor or spend hundreds of dollars. This is something you can easily do from home. Already, over 110,000 people of various ages are using this 7-second ritual. Just imagine, no more blurring, double vision, or strain on your eyes. No more dealing with expensive glasses that don't really help. Best of all, you'll finally be able to cherish the world around you again. However, the billion-dollar eyewear industry has twice before removed this special presentation from the internet in a desperate move to safeguard their profits. So it's uncertain how long this invaluable information will remain available. Click the Watch Now button below before it's too late.
Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
I think a lot of people that are hyper-ambitious come from a environment.
What is that connection?
I think it's probably wanting something better than you're experiencing and knowing that it's possible, that it's out there, and knowing the pain of living in the ghetto or the pain of being on food stamps, the pain of poverty. You know, that's a scary thought for a child.
And that's motivating.
Yeah, it puts a kind of fire in you.
The only question is how badly do you want it, and are you willing to pay the price? Because if you are, and you're willing to pay the price, work toward it, you can accomplish everything on that list, and sometimes far faster than you can possibly imagine. The question is, how badly do you want it?
You gotta go for it, guys. You gotta say, you know what? This comfort zone I'm in is a danger zone. It's a danger zone because what is it doing? It's stopping me from your true potential. It's comfortable. I don't want to step out here because I don't know that area. And that area is going to give you you gotta risk it, right? And the reward is huge. You guys gotta risk it, man. Don't let anyone say you can't do something. Don't let your mind say, oh, I can't do it anymore. Your body. You can. You just gotta push past it. We listen to society and the normality, the average people are saying, oh, that's too much, that's too much. Too much for them, man, not too much for you. So go for it, man. At the end of my life, my tombstone, one thing will have on it, no regrets. And that's a good life, man. You only got one life. Come on, go for it, right?
You're up too old. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up too old.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Look, my brain you cannot process film. It will not process film. I don't see, I can't, my consciousness don't even elevate that thought. It's not my nature to allow it to happen.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, more importantly, you don't deserve it. You do.
People either survive in the jungle or exist in the zoo. Few recognize the significance.
Self-talk and visualization are two keys to my success. I believe for that last time, 19 miles, I was indestructible. Because I took myself in that chair, cracked up my back, peeing blood in my leg, shin splints, stress fractures. I used all that for motivation versus negativity. I used it for motivation. I said to myself, who on this earth would still be going? You. You are.
The Mamba mentality. What is that? What does that come from?
I mean, it's a lifestyle with it, an understanding that every day we're trying to get better. And at the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? And that's basketball, that's whether it's football, it doesn't matter. Are you getting better every single day? That's the question, right? And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year, right? It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that create the masterpiece.
Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You gotta take your shot. And it's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not gonna be like that all the time. You gotta do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is gonna believe. People come along because your belief is so insane, that your belief is so strong that makes people be like, yo, this crazy.
There's definitely something about the pursuit of goals being more important than the achievement of them as well. That Ryan Long told me this story where he says there's 3 men on the ladder, one at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the top. Which one is best to be? He said the one that's still climbing.
Take the biggest risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time. You can get so scared, and you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking.
Right. I got too much fear. Courage is where it starts. Courage is where the shift starts. Because the fear will be there. Right? But daily courage is how you activate yourself even when the fear comes. Right? It's sometimes the fear of what's on that other side. Right? The fear of success and the fear of failure, it paralyzes people. It minimizes your vision. It stops your movement. It makes you think small as hell. It's your fear that's stopping you. Like, what's stopping you from writing a book right now? Insecurity? You don't think you're good enough? You don't think that's for you? Right? So when you talk about frequencies, the shift comes and saying that you have to be what you want to achieve already.
Yeah, I like it, man. What I like about it is I'm doing something I don't want to do. Every time I start doing things I don't want to do, I grow.
Yes.
That's a lesson that people need to hear and learn.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do and doing it like you love it.
I love that.
And that's what you have to do to be the best.
It's all about focus. I don't care who you are, where you're from, that matters. It's having a focus. And and having a purpose. Right? You wake up every single day to get better today than you were yesterday. It doesn't matter what you are. Basketball, hockey player, golf player, painter, right? It doesn't matter. Right? You try to reach your full potential by getting better every single day, and that's the question. But I want to tell you guys something to be mindful of. When you have a dream, the one thing you have to watch out for are those out there that are trying to crush your dream. And you cannot allow that to happen.
5 or 6 years, I went every single day without missing a single day. I never got sick. I was in the water on Christmas, birthday, holidays, everything. It didn't matter. There was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool, stay in my bed, and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something. Because I think the greats do things when they don't always work. That's really what separates the good from the great.
But then you get someone who has all the things. And that's how you get a Michael Jordan. You get someone who has physical talent, the genetic gifts, the mind for it, discipline, consistent work ethic, and then you get great. But also mental illness. You need to be like Michael Jordan, with all due respect, is considered, absolutely one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But it's kind of a deal. He's obsessed with winning. Or he's an athlete. He'll tell you, you just don't want to win. And he's right. He's right. But that, I've met people. They have to win everything. They have to win at playing. They have to win. They're just winners. They're obsessed with that goal of winning.
You
should never ignore the way you feel. And don't you dare allow
All small letter.
to keep you from showing up.
JSPAD.
Go to the gym overwhelmed. Just try your best. If you're sad, cook a healthy dinner for yourself with tears running down your face. When life becomes too much, the last thing you need is to abandon yourself. I would never tell you to be distracted from what's going on with you. So please, give yourself the courage to maintain the best version of yourself, even in the hardest moments.
My hero. That's who I chase. When I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, "Who's your hero?" And I said, "I'm not going to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks." I come back 2 weeks later, this person comes up and says, "Who's your hero?" I said, "I thought about it. You know what it is?" I said, "It's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, "So are you a hero?" I was like, "Yeah, close." No. So why? I said, "My hero's me at 35. So see, every day, every week, every month, every year of my life, my hero's over 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing."
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
I take inspiration from hard workers, people who chase a dream, and people who pay no attention to what other people are saying. People who set out to do something that has not been done before, regardless of what people say. That inspires me. People who put their head down and work towards it. With true self-belief in their abilities. I'm inspired by that.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
This AI tool will take your idea and create paperwork, paper design, images, layout, everything, including art, literally in a few minutes. Watch this. So So I'm using Designer, which will import content from your blog, Google Doc, Word Doc, or even a YouTube, depending on the plan you choose. For now, I'm going to use WordGenie, the AI feature. So all I need to do is give it an idea. And click on Next. And then just tell WordGenie what audience I'm targeting my book towards. And it'll just show me a selection of titles, which I'll just choose from. And it'll suggest the outline for my book, which I'm free to edit as I see fit. Now the magic happens, it will generate the full content of the ebook, ready for me to edit, tweak, and tune. And obviously, I want to make it my own so it comes across and reads really, really well. So from here now, it's saved as a draft, or I can simply choose a template. There are hundreds of templates to choose from, and all of these are totally customized. We can change any of the images, the style, any of the text. So this one looks perfect for an image. All these images can be changed.
I just got 3 likes. Yeah.
So now you can see all my content from my draft.
That's for today.
All content's being laid out into single column. Images have been put in one place. Of course, I can now customize and change anything. So if I don't like chapter heading page, that image doesn't work for me.
Inu ya ta ambal loke, inu kan make